that are signed by the city because they're not available. I emailed the intake department to me was that we should be able to download them online. So is there someone I can call directly to review it?
You're really breaking up. Are you sit away from your phone? I hear you.
In front of it. Now get audio.
Well, it's breaking up a little bit. It's a little weird. Yeah, I'll send you an email of someone you can talk to after the meeting.
Okay, cool. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hey, one thing you can ask, my IT guy's got a camera he can hook up to my phone, my computer. If I were to get a camera hooked up to my computer, I wouldn't do this. Would I still need to do the audio over the phone connection?
Yeah, you need to have them separate because you get too much reverberation.
The audio on your computer, you have to do it.
Jamie,
I can't hear what you're saying.
Are you
hear
saying,
me?
Now I can hear you.
Are you saying you can only do audio? We can't do it on our computer?
I can't. Now I can't hear you. Why do you have two? You have Steve Moore and then Sign Guy. What's going on?
Well, one is my computer and the other one's my phone.
Okay. Well, can you turn up your phone?
That's what I got. You saying it's not working?
Now I can hear you. That's a lot more clear.
Okay.
Still waiting on a few board members to sign in yet.
Can you hear me, Jamie?
Yeah, Chuck, I can hear you.
Okay.
Faust, Mr. Sewell, if you're trying to talk, you're on mute. You might want to unmute yourself.
Okay, how's that?
Perfect. There you go.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, that's understandable.
If everyone could mute themselves when you're not speaking, then we won't get feedback from other people's computers. That would be helpful.
Anybody hear that? If you're not actively speaking right now, please mute yourself. Then when it's your turn to talk, unmute yourself so there's no background noise. Thank you. Still waiting on Stan and Craig. I know Bruce won't be here today.
Tell them we had a hard time digging up the link. Hello. Oh my God, so it wasn't off the back porch. I didn't say for mouse. He wanted that, he was mousing. Yeah, okay. Okay, sounds good. All right, get the stuff up. Oh, good. All right. I'm trying to print the stuff for his meeting. They're waiting for somebody else to log in. So let me talk to you later. Bye.
I'll give Craig a quick call, see what he's doing.
The meeting. Okay, I see you. Good. Okay, okay. Good afternoon. Everybody
Okay,
here?
we got our chairman. Great. Just waiting
Okay.
on Stan Young. I'll give an email. I don't have. Does anyone have Stan's email or phone number?
I do.
What's his phone number?
Let me see if I can do this. Hold on a sec.
Okay.
Um,
He might be having the same problems that Craig did, so I'll walk him through it.
okay, let me get that for you. Documents, COSA members.
Stan is cell phone
Got it?
560-9845, 614 area code.
There you go.
One more time, please, Craig.
614.
Yeah.
560-9845.
Great.
That's the one I got.
Okay. Sorry about that, everyone. Steve, Chuck, how are you?
Just fine, Craig. How are you?
Good. Better now that I see you guys.
Yeah. Didn't work last week.
It's working now, except for Stan. I don't know. How's his wife doing?
I haven't talked to him in a while since last meeting.
Hi, Deb. Here we go. I see him.
Okay.
He's coming. He's coming.
Uh-huh. Bye.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, looks like we have a quorum. Just give Stan a second to make sure we can see his face.
Okay. He's looking like Superman now. It's showing mute on my screen.
Yeah, Stan, I'm not sure if you can hear us, but you've muted yourself. Can you unmute, please?
You can hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you. Are you using your computer and your phone? 'Cause you're
I'm
coming through-
using my phone.
Just your phone, not computer? Stan, are you there?
Welcome to WebEx. Enter your access code or meeting number followed. Your entry 18070508335 is not valid, or the meeting has not started yet. Re-enter your access code or meeting number followed by pound.
Stan, can you hear me? You shouldn't have to call back in if you're already in.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now you're good.
Yep. Now I can hear you. Can't see
Okay,
you.
I don't know why I don't have video.
That's fine. Just when the chair calls for a vote, just state your name before you speak, okay?
Okay.
Okay, that, I see we have a quorum. And that being said, I will call this meeting, the February 2nd meeting of the Board of Limited and General Sign Erectors of the City of Columbus to order. Have all the members read the minutes from we have a quorum from the last meeting?
I have.
Chuck, you're showing mute.
Can you hear
Okay.
Chuck now?
Okay.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Has every-
thank you. Don't touch anything.
Chuck, have you seen the minutes from last meeting?
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
does anybody have any problems with the minutes from the last meeting?
No.
Can I get a motion to accept the minutes
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to accept last month's minutes.
I'll second it.
Okay. Stan,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Chuck,
Yes,
and the chair votes yes. The minutes have been accepted. Okay. I see we have 3 of our applicants present. My thought is that Mr. Sewell, since we tabled him last time, and he has, to my, have you guys seen the photos that came in?
Yes, I did, Mr. Chairman. This is Stan.
Okay. Steve,
Yes, I have. I'm ready.
Chuck,
yes.
does anybody have any further questions of Mr. Sewell?
No,
I'll go, Mr. Chairman. Austin, how you doing?
Muted.
He's showing mute.
Yeah, Faustin, you got to unmute
Go.
your.
There you go.
Okay.
Good.
I'm good.
Okay. And my recollection is that he's still under oath from last time. So feel free to ask any questions.
Good. Faustin, you sent several pictures of the installs of high rise. I assume you were involved in all of this, right?
Yes. I either build them or install them.
Okay. And how far back does the oldest one go? Can you tell us that?
Probably the Rallies. Probably the Rallies was the oldest. It was probably like 97, 98 when I worked
Okay.
at back before.
Experience goes way back. Okay, good. I see all your notes on each one of these. That's good. Looks like you had a lot to do with each one of them. I think that's all I need to know, Mr. Chairman. That looks like good experience.
Anybody else have any questions for Mr. Faustin? Mr. Sewell?
Mr. Chairman, this is Stan Young. No, I don't have any questions. I've reviewed his application and reviewed all his experience and his actual installs, and I have no issues whatsoever.
Okay, Chuck, any questions?
nope, looks good to me. I would make a motion to accept his resignation, or his application.
Resignation.
I'm not that old yet.
We're not ready to get rid of you yet. Yeah.
Exactly.
You'll get there someday.
I hope so. My wife is working me to death.
I'll second that, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we grant Mr. Sewell a general sign erector's license. Steve,
Yes.
Stan,
Yes.
Chuck,
Yes,
chair votes yes. You have your license, Mr. Sewell. Thank you for
Thank you very much, guys.
enduring this.
Oh, it's no problem. I just know next time to make sure I got enough pictures for you.
I think you did well. Okay.
Thank you, Faustin.
All righty. Guys, have a good one.
You too.
Stop in and see me.
Take care. Next on our agenda, I believe we have Mr. Sloan. You're muted on my, there you go.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon and welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, Tony. It says here that you're looking for a general license and you have submitted photographic backup to my recollection. And to my further recollection, everything you do seems like it's a menu board.
Yes, currently that's the majority of our work currently. I mean, we'd love to expand the project. Probably that is 99% of our work is menu boards for the fast food and chain restaurants.
Okay, and back historically, you've never done anything else. You personally have never done anything else but menu boards.
No, we've done a couple like overhead signs. We did the sign for our own building, our warehouse building in St. Mary's. I've submitted a picture of that. We've done a couple signs.
But
we've
never done any pylons. Have you ever done any pylons or high-rise signs?
We have not. No.
Okay. I will open this up. Gentlemen, questions for Mr. Sloan?
Well, this is Stan Young. I reviewed the application. And I saw where he had installed some McDonald menu boards, and did some medical equipment installation and removal. But I really don't see any type or kind of fabrication experience. And that's one of the things that we try and look at. You're supposed to have at least 5 years experience for a general sign erector in fabrication and installation. And that includes in-shop building of signs, whether it be channel letters, sign cabinets, wiring them up. I just don't see any of that experience. So I'll certainly give you a chance to respond, Mr. Sloan.
No, like I stated, I believe that the majority of I know that the majority of my work is the menu. Like I said, we did we fabricated and built the sign for American Manufacturing. Did email Worth about looking at going the limited route for now, and then he maybe coming back to the general. And I'm okay with that if that's the process that we need to go through. The majority of my work is the menu boards. I need this license. I've got work backed up. I've got work that I can't meet for menu boards. So if I'm not qualified for the general at this point in time, because it covers menu boards.
So if I'm understanding you correctly, you're willing to back off your application from a general sign erector to a limited sign erector. Is that correct?
Sorry. Broke up a little bit.
You're willing to back your application off from a general to a limited?
Yes.
Okay. Is that acceptable to the board?
Mr. Chairman, I think I'm going to need to see more experience in some kind of work with channel letters and other wall signs, because the limited license does allow licensee to work on any kind of electrical sign, whether it be ground or wall or projecting. I understand the position that Mr. He's in, Mr. Sloan's in, but I would bring up to him that it's possible to link it with a licensed sign erector who can pull the permits for you, and all you need to do is have a representative of that company come in and oversee your installation, and you'd still be able to do your installations, and that way you could get your work done as an option for you. Current zoning code allows you to do that and allows us licensees to do that. So there's a workaround for you.
I understand that there's a workaround. Unfortunately, it's not cost effective for my vendor partner, and I mean, they just won't.
Yeah, I'm familiar with your vendor, and I'm familiar with their budget and pricing, and I can see how you would be able to fit that in. So that's up to them whether they want to be able to continue to do work and get this done in Columbus. That might be the only workaround they have.
No, I mean, they have another workaround. They work that up, but I'll just be cut out of the process.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Chairman, that's all I have.
Okay, Chuck, Stan,
Well, I'd like to see some pictures of his reader board signs and that type that he has installed. Can you help me on that?
my assumption, Mr. Sloan has submitted a series of photos of all mostly menu boards as part of his application. And I've seen them. I don't know if you've seen them.
No,
I can't find it.
I haven't
You
seen.
can't find it.
I can't speak for that.
Okay, Stan?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I understand what he's trying to accomplish here, but again, I would tend to revert back and agree to Mr. Moore that I would like to see a little bit more in the way of experience as far as the fabrication and installation of even some smaller signage. Mr. Sloan, what do you hope to accomplish with this license? Again, if you could just kind of reiterate that, please.
So over the past 2.5 to 3 years, I've built a very good relationship with a vendor partner who builds these signs for all of the chain restaurants. I've traveled pretty much all over, up and down the East Coast, going these for them for the past. We did a whole McDonald's project for them in 2019. I did a Tim Hortons project for them all of last year. They now want us to do some more local work, which is here in our backyard, which is what I would love to do. That's what I'm trying to accomplish. To get my guys off of the road and keep them here locally. But without this, I don't. Without the at least the limited Erectors license, I don't know that I can do that. So
let me ask you this: are you doing any of the manufacturing whatsoever, or are you just receiving and installing the menu board, sir?
On this project, we are just receiving and installing. We're not doing any of the manufacturing product.
Okay, so what can you tell us? What kind of manufacturing experience you have?
Yeah, actually, well, my company, we do light manufacturing. Light manufacturing of all types of parts.
What about you yourself, though? I'm sorry not to interrupt you, but what about you? Because this license is actually granted in your name, so we're looking for specific information for you, sir.
I mean, I don't personally do the manufacturing. I own the company.
Okay. Well, the license is in your name, and I think Mr. Chairman can explain a little bit more about that. But when someone comes before the board, there has to be a demonstratable experience, not only in terms of years, but actual hands-on experience making the signs, fabricating, installing the signs. I mean, there has to be a demonstratable experience. That way, the city has something to judge, your criteria and your experience on, and that's why the license is granted in your name, and that person that is requesting it has to have that actual experience. Mr. Chairman, you want to expound upon that, sir?
Well, even in the ordinance, it states that the license is granted based on your experience with the fabrication and installation of the signs you're applying for under that license.
I guess I could maybe explain. This may help out a little bit. So the signs get shipped to us in multiple parts.
I understand.
The pedestal, the monitors, and we own an electrical company too, so we do all the electrical installation as well. So we do some on-site I guess installation and building of the sign, but I don't do any of the build the frames. I don't build the monitors. I simply assemble the parts as they come. I mean, Listen,
Well,
I get it. There's a process. If you don't want to approve it, that's okay. And I've done these all over the country. I'm going to continue to do them in other areas. I've presented what I've got, and I would love this license, at least the limited. But if I don't qualify, then I guess there's nothing I can do about that.
Well, somehow, I don't think you do under the terms of the ordinance, my own self, my personal opinion. But I'm willing to, we'll put it to a vote, and, if we get a motion to approve it, and a second, and then you'll know. But the way it's always been interpreted is that, the manufacture and installation of signs is just that, the manufacture and installation.
Yeah, I agree.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I believe Mr. Idle wanted to see the images that Mr. Sloan's application. I have them up. If you guys want to see them, then that way Chuck maybe has a better idea on how to vote.
Okay. Okay with me.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, we can't find them.
Oh.
Chuck, do you see those?
No. I don't know what to do to take a look at them.
Jamie, it's not showing.
Is anybody else seeing it?
No.
I can see it. This is Stan.
Yeah, I see it.
I see
Now
it.
it's up.
Okay. Good.
So these are Tim Horton reader boards.
Mr. Sloan, while we're looking at these pictures, have you pour the concrete foundations and install the anchor bolts for these?
We do the full scope of work, from digging to pouring the foundations, the electrical work, to the final provision.
So does your company hold an electrical license as well?
We hold an electrical license as well as a general contracting license.
Okay.
Mr. Sloan, do you hold that electrical license?
I do not.
What's your electrical experience? Do you have any years of experience in electrical?
I personally do not. My company purchased the existing electrical company.
Okay.
So I don't myself.
And the only experience you have is totally putting just these boards in. When it comes to installation.
I guess as it pertains to what we're talking about, yes.
Okay.
There isn't a process for, for the company to get a license. Otherwise, I would have, presented it the company with multiple members of the company, but that's not even an option.
Well, we understand that, and but again, I want to reiterate: the license is not given to a company; it's giving to you as an individual. You need to see your experience in a broad spectrum of sign fabrication and installation, because I know that your only need for this is to put the boards in. The license gives you the right to fabricate, install a sign that meets the criteria of a limited sign license. So we have to look at it from that broad spectrum rather than just the limited work that you tell us that you're going to do. So that's what's holding us back. We don't see that experience that'll cover those other issues.
Okay, gentlemen, can I have a motion? And do we first of all, do we want to allow him to reduce his license request to limited?
I would think that we could do that with the motion.
Okay.
I'll make a motion that we grant the amendment of the application general to limited. We put it to a vote.
Okay.
I can't hear you.
Can I get a
understand
second?
what you're saying.
I'll second that.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we permit Mr. Sloan to change his application from a general to a limited sign erector. Chuck?
No,
Stan?
No.
Steve?
No.
And the chair votes no. So therefore, I'm sorry, but your request is denied. Thanks for your time.
Keep that workaround
I have no interest in doing that. I'll just continue to do the work as I have. I hope that you guys see how this prohibits someone like me from being able to get the experience to come back. But I appreciate that. I will continue to do the work as I have in the past. I have coming back here.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Here we now have, third on our list is James Anthony Rose, okay, who's a substitute for last month's Mattingly. I don't see Mr. Rose.
I'm here.
You're here where?
I'm on the call. Can you not see me?
No.
His video's working. His video's not working, but the phone is good.
There we go. How's that? Sorry, I was on my phone and.
Ah,
There he is.
okay. Welcome.
Hi.
Okay, so we've got the application of James Anthony Rose for general sign erector. He's with Expressive Graphics out of Zanesville. Have the board members seen his application and submission?
Mr.
Yes,
Chairman,
Mr. Chairman, I have.
Mr. Chairman, I have not seen the application. Jamie, would you mind posting, please?
Yep.
No experience.
No.
experience or date.
I listed on there my business since 2009.
This is what was re-forwarded to you guys yesterday.
Okay.
Let me know when you want me to go to the next page.
I have a copy of it.
Good.
The application seems to be perfectly fine. This is Stan Young talking. Were there any photographs, or did we get photographs last time from Mr. Mattingly?
I'm not sure if we did get any photographs. Did you send them to me, Mr. Rose?
I submitted some last time, but we were kind of late to the party, and then I resubmitted them again.
Yeah.
Well, can you give us a
Yeah.
little bit of an idea of some of the signs that you have built and installed, whether they be channel letters, box signs, high-rise signs? Just give us an overall synopsis, please.
Yeah, I've built channel letters, dimensional signs, box signs. We've worked on high rises. We've taken them down, retrofitted new faces, reinstalled them. I do some engineering and design work as well. Now we do work with an engineer that signs off on our drawings. So I've just pretty much done everything.
There you go.
Do you dig and pour all your own foundations?
Yes, we do, unless it's over a certain size, and then we'll bring in, we'll subcontract those.
Right. For the big drill rigs?
Yes.
Yep. And you've been doing this personally since 2009, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Are you guys seeing these images?
Yes, thank you.
Good. He did send these yesterday, and we forwarded them on. So sorry if you didn't.
Yeah,
get them.
I've seen them here.
How much time, Mr. Rose, do you spend in the actual manufacturing end yourself personally in the shop, opposed to outside supervising, or what is your main role as an individual for the company right now?
I basically run the operations. So I'll go out on these bigger jobs and supervise on site, and I also help out with the design work and make sure things are getting done on time here in the shop.
Okay, so you've personally manufactured, made with your own two hands, channel letters, box signs. Can you weld?
I can weld. Channel letters, we typically outsource those. We don't fabricate those in-house.
Okay.
But I do welding. I can weld aluminum and steel both.
Okay. Yeah, it's not uncommon to fabricate channel letters out. Many people can make them pretty cheap anymore today.
It's so much easier.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all the questions I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Steve?
Yeah, Mr. Rose, you used the word "we" several times when you talked about your experience. I just want to reiterate that when you say "we," do you mean you or the company?
Well, I mean, me as well. I mean, I'm used to speaking that way, but yeah, I mean, I do a lot of the work myself. I do have a crew of people that help.
Right, I understand. Do you know anything about working with neon?
I'm sorry, networking with neon?
Do you know how to work with neon? Have you ever worked or fabricated or repaired neon?
Not fabricated with neon. I have a guy I work with when we do have repairs on neon, where we'll remove the glass and make patterns and have another guy do it.
But you don't have any work. You don't have any experience working with, like taking the tubes out, rewiring.
Yeah, yes, we actually have a Yesco business as well. So we have a service tech that.
No, once again, I need to talk about your experience, not we. So tell me about your experience with neon.
Yes, I have physically removed glass from old channel letters. I've actually restored a neon sign here not too long ago, personally.
What does UL 2161 mean to you? Nothing. Okay.
I suppose that's be part of the sign code, electrical code.
Okay. The high rise that you show, a BP sign with pizza sub ice cream, and tell me about what your experience is in that high rise sign.
Well, I supervised the removal of the sign. We brought it down to the ground, brought it back to the shop. I stretched the faces on the sign. We rewired. We bypassed the ballast and put in LED fixtures,
Okay.
and then had it painted it, reinstalled it.
What about the Be Clean side? Did you build that?
Depends on which one. There's two. One of them was an existing sign we took down. Again, same procedure, refaced. And the other one I fabricated that in the shop. It depends on which one. There's one that's about 20 foot high, and there was one that's 44 foot. The 20-foot high one, I built that one.
Okay, that has, it looks like it has corrugated siding as for the pole cover and possibly a
Yeah, that's
message
that's
center.
that's the taller one. That one was an existing structure. We removed the cabinet, restretched new faces, retrofitted, painted, reinstalled, and then installed a message center.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that's all, Mr. Chairman.
Chuck, Stan,
I don't have any more questions, Mr. Chairman.
Chuck? Chuck, you here? Chuck?
He's not on mute.
He's not muted on mine.
There's a little red triangle in his thing there. It says video is currently not available due to low bandwidth.
I can see him, I just can't hear him.
Chuck, can you hear us?
Nod your head if you can hear us.
He can hear us.
All right. Well, we have video. You can do a thumbs up or thumbs down on the vote.
Yeah, but I have one further question, if I may. We were discussing the BP sign and your involvement with that, and you indicated that you supervised the operation. What literally does that mean? I mean, did you?
I was there. What? Yeah, I was there and determined how.
What did you actually do as part of this? As part of the process?
I worked on the sign after it was on the ground.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anybody else have any further questions?
I'm good, Mr. Chairman.
No, sir.
Can I get a motion?
I make a motion that we approve Mr. Rose for a general sign erector's license through the city of Columbus.
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we approve Mr. Rose general license. Chuck?
Yeah. Okay.
I heard that.
Okay. Steve? Okay, we're voting now, Chuck. It's been.
He voted yes with a thumbs up.
Okay. Stan?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Can you
Rose,
hear me?
have your license. Yep.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rose.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Moving right along. We now have the application
Say something.
for Mr. Anthony Ray. Anthony Ray.
Yes, we can hear Chuck.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. We've got the application of Mr. Anthony Ray Jacker. Have you guys had the chance to review that?
Yes, I have.
Steve?
Yeah.
Shoot it.
Are there any questions?
I guess my only question is, well, a couple questions. Number one, first of all, thanks for coming before the board, Mr. Jecker. It appears that the majority of your work, sir, is with looks like billboard type signs, mostly steel. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So your involvement in these is actual construction and installation, or what would your experience in these be?
All the above, sir. I start them all the way from start to finish. From drilling the hole, fabricating the steel,
Yes,
installing the steel.
Okay. What about any smaller type signs, ground signs, monument type signs, wall signs? Have you built or been involved with any of that type of construction?
Yes, sir. I was just involved in the one downtown on the wall in Columbus, bringing it up to y'all's code. The
Okay.
upper walls.
Okay.
We don't do too many walls anymore, but we still do have a few.
Okay. So the bulk of your business is billboard fabrication and installation. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What do you do with the electric? Do you subcontract that out, or do you what do you do there?
Yes, sir. We usually contract it out when there's not an electrician in the house. I'm over 13 markets, so it varies from market to market.
Okay. And what about service? Do you go back and service these billboards, the lights, and so forth with a bucket truck or a crane truck? And are you involved in that end of it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We switched to all LED lighting now, which we don't have a whole lot of service work anymore.
Do you service any other type? I'm sorry, go ahead.
We're getting into now. We're doing a whole lot more digital pieces.
Okay. What about other types and kinds of signage? Do you service things like channel letters and box signs? Are you involved with those in any way?
Sir.
Okay. Are you looking to stay with the billboard type of business, or are you looking to expand in other types and kinds of signs that we just discussed?
Right now, billboard, they're discussing a whole lot of other options. Being a corporation, it's a big corporation. So I would say billboards for now.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Chairman, I do not have any more questions.
Steve?
I got for installing and how much experience you have. The general license is way beyond just the installation. Panels.
I can't understand him.
Steve, we can't hear you.
I'm not seeing any. Can you hear me at all?
No, you're breaking up. Can you adjust your phone?
There's nothing on my phone. Can you hear me at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I can hear you now, okay.
was saying is I understand and I can see your experience in these billboards and these EMC panels, but a general license is a lot more than just these boards, and I'm just not seeing any other experiences in putting these up. I would ask for you know how to pull a permit, Mr. Sloan.
Do I know how to pull a permit?
Yeah, do you have any experience in pulling permits?
I haven't. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And that varies from state to state, city to city.
Yeah, I imagine. Well, I don't know. I just the process. So, Mr. Chairman, I'll leave it back to you.
Pardon, what was your last comment?
I say I'll put the floor back to you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, Chuck, do you have any questions for Mr. Jecker?
Seem to have lost Chuck.
Chuck is showing mute.
He's muted.
Unmute, Chuck.
I may have to count him out.
Well, my own feeling about this is my recollection with the ordinance is that this is sort of the opposite of people that have lots of experience with small signs and not so much with big signs. Mr. Jekyll has a lot of experience with big signs and not so much with small signs, but the license would permit him to do anything within the range of signs. And a limited license is is not the excuse that I want to use here. But I'm just saying that the way the ordinance reads, I recall, is that it's based on the fabrication and installation of all the types of signs that would be permitted under the ordinance. So that's just my thought on the deal. I think he shows that he has the experience necessary to do, the big stuff, and we've never, I don't know. I would, if nobody's got any further questions, because Chuck has kind of dropped off the screen here. So I don't even see him anymore.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, may I make a comment, please?
Sure.
I would think that because of what Mr. Jecker, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I would say that because of his experience in large billboards with fabricating and welding and pouring of concrete and leveling and hooking up, I would think I'm more comfortable with somebody having that type and kind of experience and then working down to smaller signs opposed to somebody that has experience in little signs and wants to graduate up to high-rise signs and billboards. I would be less comfortable with that configuration. So I would think that with his experience, with his knowledge on making sure that things are engineered correctly to hold the structure, because these are structures that undergo tremendous amount of pressure and a tremendous amount of stress, then I would be more comfortable with this gentleman holding this license than I would somebody that had no experience in this level of sign size and location. And I just feel that it's much easier for somebody to work down to something smaller than somebody to work up to something bigger. That's my comment.
Thanks, Dan. I have a tendency to agree with you.
Thank you, Stan.
Mr. Chairman, I am where Stan's coming from, and I'm still fully on the fence. But I think in the same vein, we sort of do a disservice to those that know a lot about smaller things that haven't done one time enough we do them a disservice when we consider it.
I can't hear you.
I
Steve, can you hold your phone closer to your face?
don't know what's going on.
Did you pay your bill?
Can you guys hear me now?
Briefly, yeah.
Are you only using your cell phone?
No, I'm using the computer phone.
Well, it looks like your video is through your cell phone. Can you mute your cell phone and then call in with a landline?
Don't know.
Yeah, try putting your cell phone on mute. And if you've got a landline, call in. What's the number?
It's easier to have them call you.
Hold on.
Oh, Chuck's back.
Steve, do you see the password information? Here's the phone number.
Now you can turn your back on. Steve.
Can you hear me now?
Now we can hear you, Chuck.
Okay.
Yep.
You just lost everything.
We lost everything for a few minutes.
Oh, there we go.
Steve, are you calling user setup?
I didn't know,
Right.
Jamie.
Steve, are you using a landline or your cell phone?
I
It's
tried
Chuck.
the landline as you instructed.
Well, now we can
Jamie,
kind of hear you.
Chuck.
You're just going to have to use hold your phone closer to your mouth.
How's that?
Better.
Okay.
Hopefully it stays. Okay.
Jamie, Chuck has called in too.
Okay, we can hear you.
Pick it up.
I can hear him. I can hear you.
Okay, are we back online?
Yeah.
I think we're good to go.
Okay.
If everybody's done questioning, can I get an affirmation of that?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Can I have a motion to approve this application?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to give Mr. Anthony Ray Jecker a general sign erector's license through the city of Columbus.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we approve the application of Mr. Anthony Ray Jecker for a general sign erector's license. Steve?
I have to say no.
Stan?
Yes.
Chuck?
Yes,
He said no. He said
I'm sorry.
Chuck says yes.
Chuck says yes.
Okay, and the chair votes yes.
Okay.
Mr. Jecker, you have your license.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jecker.
Thank you, guys. Y'all have a nice day. Stay safe out there.
You too.
You too. Okay. Anything else for anybody?
I think that's it. The only issue is, your guys' connections seem to be kind of shoddy. I guess I would just ask that you don't use the same device for audio and video.
Well,
if you use your cell phone for video, then call in, and if you use your computer for video, call in. But don't use the same device for both.
Well, Jamie, I think mine. I'm using an iPad, and I think it works great. I mean, everybody hears me, right?
Okay. You've been great all night, Chuck or Craig. But in the past, it seems like you had a weird kind of vibration.
Once I got here.
All right, and Steve Moore, he's always had a good connection, but tonight it just kind of went haywire. So
yeah, the audio part.
So Jamie, Chuck still can't. We don't have you. Like Chuck isn't showing up. He's online, and we lost you, and then it didn't boot back up.
Okay. And yeah, we got the same message that you were losing internet connection. So maybe you're too far away from your router.
No, we're right next to it. There must be some service disruption downtown if we've lost that. I mean, because we're right next to the router.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, so Craig, I asked before, are you aware that Bill Reese is on a ventilator in ICU at Riverside?
I was aware that he was ill and in the hospital, but I was not aware that he had been put on a ventilator.
Yeah, he's in
just really quickly, we have not officially adjourned. If you want to adjourn, we can do personal stuff, but this is still being live streamed.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I second that.
Okay.
You hold on to this.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay.
Okay.